Hey, Warrior fans, Troy Thompson here, president of the Waldorf Gridiron Club, and I want you to help us rise from the ashes. Think about it. The ash trees that surround Bullstorf Field for the last 20-plus years have all been infected by the emerald ash borer, and that has caused them to die out, which means they have to be removed and replaced. The Waldorf Gridiron Club has taken it upon ourselves to make that happen. Imagine stepping onto Bullstorf Field, where you are immediately enveloped by a breathtaking canopy of 60 magical golden trees. These trees are not just a tribute to nature's beauty, but a testament to resilience and renewal. Their shimmering leaves dance in the sunlight, casting dappled shadows that offer respite from the heat and serve as a natural windbreak, creating a serene and comfortable environment for athletes and spectators alike. These golden giants are more than just trees. They are living legacies that will grace our campus for generations, each one symbolizing the enduring impact of your generosity. By helping us plant these magnificent trees, you are contributing to a future where beauty, peace, and memory intertwine, ensuring that our community rises from the ashes stronger and more united than ever. Join us in this noble endeavor and let your kindness be etched into the landscape of our campus forever. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is excited to announce a meaningful opportunity to contribute to the tree restoration plan at Bullstorf Field and BB Track. We are partnering with an Iowa vendor to purchase ginkgo trees, known for their resilience and beauty. Each tree will be delivered in ball and burlap style with a substantial 3-inch caliper size, standing 10 to 12 feet tall upon arrival. That provides immediate aesthetic and environmental benefits to the field. To ensure the trees thrive, each purchase includes a 35-gallon watering bag, delivery, planting, and maintenance, all for just $600 per tree. As a 501c3 organization, we invite you to help us create a lasting legacy by donating one or more trees. Together, we can transform our landscape and rise from the ashes. Let's ensure our trees are planted in the spring of 2025. Just visit WaldorfGridironClub.org. There'll be a link in the show notes. Select the donate button and enter hashtag #RiseFromTheAshes in the notes so we know where you want your money to go. Donations should be made by the 1st of January 2025 to assure delivery in the spring. Thank you, and forever and always, go Warriors. Welcome to the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast, your home for all things football at Waldorf University, the best small college football experience in America. Hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson, from the secret bunker beneath Bullstorf Field.
Welcome to this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast, folks. I'm back.
You're back.
I know, it's been a few weeks.
Guess who's back?
Oh, yeah.
Back again.
Yeah, Eminem.
Andy's back.
Yeah, everybody thinks I'm Eminem.
Yeah.
No, just a little
bleach,
kind of wiped out from vacation, and then I came back for one episode, and then, Troy, you're on your own. Did a good job.
It was a spur of the moment deal because we had some workers out here anyway, and that was the only way that Jack could get on the show. So
made him work.
Yeah,
first?
made him work first, and I'm
right.
like, hey, since you're out here, you guys, we need to do a podcast. And Andy's not going to be back for a while. So
I was down in the land of Lincoln.
Nice.
Yeah, I went down to Springfield, Illinois.
All right.
I'll tell you what, that's something else.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, folks, get down there. It's an interesting community. About 200,000 folk. That is actually, it's on Route 66, which I don't care about.
Yeah.
But the reality is there is a place there called the Cozy Dog Cafe.
Oh.
And they claim to be the inventors of the corn dog. At least.
Is that right?
So we had to go there and have a corn dog.
I love a corn dog.
It was a good corn dog.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. It was a good corn dog.
There you go.
Yeah, so that, and they have a sandwich down there called the horseshoe sandwich.
Okay.
Yeah, it's they take a piece of Texas toast and put some meat on it and French fries and gravy.
Oh, no.
No.
All right.
No.
Corn dog sounds good, though.
Corn dog.
So you're down in Springfield, Illinois, eating corn dogs, not doing the podcast.
No.
Now you're back, though.
Going through Lincoln's house and went to his tomb, standing 15 feet away from the 16th president of the United States.
I just imagine you going through those places with a giant corn dog.
That would be great.
You got the ketchup on the side of it and everything, not even dipping. Just
come on, man. We're in Springfield.
Come prepared.
Yeah. And then people will be like, well, have you tried the horseshoe?
Yeah.
I did try a breakfast horseshoe.
All right. That's probably good.
It was good. Sausage.
Yeah, can't go wrong there.
No, absolutely not.
Well, we did find people to be on our show.
Now, and the reason that we chose these two gentlemen is because we always talk about, well, you got to meet the coaches. No, we haven't got to meet them.
Haven't met them all.
No, absolutely not.
No.
So we brought in two guys that have been integral to the program. Coach Tristan Eames for the last few years. This is your second or third season? Second season with the team. Coach Eames coaches our running backs and does quite well with that. He's kind of built to be a coach right now. If you listen to him out in the field, he knows what's going on. And then our other student coach's first year is Coach CJ Noke from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Coach Eames is from Cali. He's that guy. Now, Coach, you're kind of famous on an episode of Netflix. Is that correct?
What?
I wouldn't say I'm famous, but yeah, when we played Laney, they were featured on Last Chance U, and I was on the episode. Yeah.
Yeah. How'd that go?
I'm surprised you knew that.
You told me.
Oh, I did. Really? It went all right. They kind of showed the bad plays that we had, obviously because they were featuring the other team and not really the touchdown I threw, but it was all good.
Yeah. That's how it goes. Did they see your face, or was it just helmet, uniform,
Just helmet.
You were finding a way to get in.
They said my name. It said Eames, so
nice.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Hey, you should get that's an
Told you
IMDb.
he's famous.
That's an IMDb credit.
I know. Told you he's famous.
That's awesome.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Well, congratulations.
Big star. So, Coach Noke, what TV shows have you been
on? None.
Oh,
Zero.
Well, you've probably been on on the news back in the day when you were playing for CR Wash, right?
Yeah, I've probably been on the news a few times, but
yeah,
right.
Cedar
No
Rapids,
Netflix.
Washington, huh?
yeah.
You bet.
All right.
Yeah, the Wash guy.
Yep.
All right.
So, obviously, Coach Eames was a quarterback because he's already bragged about his
Passing touchdown.
Yes.
Yep.
On Last Chance U.
On the TV show.
Yeah, but he wasn't even on the Last Chance U team, so he was on first chance.
Yeah.
First choice.
It wasn't. It's like it wasn't. Yeah, you should have. Did you guys say that? It's not our last chance, losers.
No.
Was there a lot of smoke during those? Like, because that they're coming in with the cameras, and it's Last Chance, or did you even know it was Last Chance U?
No, we knew because they announced it for the season, and then they obviously showed up with the camera crew and all that. So people were definitely on our team acting a little bit out of character, especially the guys that didn't play. But
I got to do something.
Throwing a lot of shade at the other team, were you? Talking smack
not so much. I don't know. I was pretty pissed because we were up 16-14 with 10 minutes left in the game. We kind of blew the game. So
Sorry to hear that.
Was that part of the script?
yeah, you never know, man.
The producer's over
That's right.
talking to his coach going, you got to blow this.
Yeah.
You got to blow this.
They step into the box and be like, I'll be calling the plays here at this point.
Yeah.
Your voice sounds different.
Yeah. So, Coach Noke, first year at Waldorf, we had a little conversation on the way out. High school kid at Cedar Rapids, Washington. What position do you play?
I played linebacker and tight end there.
And he's our outside linebacker coach here at Waldorf. Works close with Coach Clary, obviously.
Yeah.
So Kirkwood, almost said Wartburg.
Kirkwood
for a year, and then you're trying to figure out life, and you think you want to be a coach, and so here you are.
Yep.
How did you get to be at Waldorf?
Well, good friend of mine, Aiden Williams, known him for.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Aiden Williams, linebacker, our Falcon 1 right now.
Yeah.
I was kind of looking for a place to go, and I shot him a text, shot in the dark. I need a 4-year to go to. Don't really know what I want to do, so I shot him a text.
Iowa Wesleyan wasn't a choice.
Yep, Iowa Wesleyan wasn't, right?
No.
He came from Iowa Wesleyan.
Yeah.
The powerhouse of the North Star.
That's right.
And still say
no
that.
longer.
Yep.
No.
And he talked to Coach Chapa, and then probably like a day later, I got a text.
Nice.
Just started to talk it up, and then here I am.
That's great.
It is.
Oh,
We
now
said it.
you owe me a Coke.
I know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's cool. So had you ever heard of Forest City, Iowa?
No.
Before?
Nope.
Being an Iowa kid?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Come on,
I never
It's
heard
weird
of
to
this.
me that they don't talk about Forest City down in Cedar Rapids. Like they're just hanging out and being like,
I went through
"You know what?
Cedar
I wanna
Rapids
do
on
it."
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you'd have to.
slowly.
You don't have to.
The
But
speed cameras.
that's
Yeah.
right. They have speed
Yeah, they
cameras
do.
down there.
Yeah.
Yep. They got me a few times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My wife's got. because the car was registered in her, and it was not her speeding. She was not happy about that. It's her pristine record.
Well, formerly pristine record.
It's me.
Yeah.
It's just a picture of me. Hey,
Or your license plate.
yeah. Waving at the
exactly.
camera. Yeah, that's right.
Heidi. My gosh.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Eames, how do you get yourself from West Hills to Forest City, Iowa?
Well, so I was at West Hills, and then I went to Ottawa University, Arizona, where I played for a year. And then after that, I was kind of looking to get into coaching and stuff like that. Talked to my coach at West Hills, and then I actually applied for a job at Waldorf. Didn't get the job, but he's like, "Hey, this is what I can do for you." And then I'm like, "Okay, sounds good." He knew a few of my other coaches, so they gave me good recommendations, and then ended up driving the 28 hours or whatever it is out here.
So
Yeah, we've heard that story where they drive all the way from Cali and come on out.
So if you like Ottawa,
Yeah.
it's like OUAZ. It always like was. No, it's Ottawa University, Arizona.
Ottawa University, Arizona.
OUAZ.
Yeah.
You see them? I think they're ranked right now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a top 25 program every year.
Yeah.
Conference
We have
champs
somebody,
every year.
another player, or a player that came from.
Yeah,
Chris Walter.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah,
That's how he got here.
Okay.
Because we
Oh.
were there together.
All right, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, then he was their backup there for a few years, and I was like, "Hey, come here. You got a shot at playing."
Quarterback to quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, solid football. Very solid football. So you grew up in Cali. Whereabouts?
About 30 minutes north of Fresno, a town called Oakhurst. It's like the gateway to Yosemite National Park, if you know where that is.
Oh,
So
spend a lot of time in Yosemite.
It
did
sounds
you?
great.
not as much as you'd think, but yeah, you kind of underappreciate it, I guess you would say, being so close.
Did you know that just a few miles away from here is the site that the day the music died? You ever heard? You know what that is?
No idea.
Buddy Holly,
Yeah.
JP, the Big Bopper Richardsons, and,
Nice.
and Richie Valens, La Bamba.
La
You ever
Bamba.
heard
Everybody
that
knows that
song
song.
or seen that movie? No, nothing.
It's the only Spanish a lot of people know.
It's true. But they played at the Surf Ballroom at the Winter Dance Party,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted, I think they were going to Fargo,
Yes.
something like that. And so they took off in a little single engine plane, and
Some of them got to fly
yeah.
but the rest of them had to take the bus, the band and everything. They had to take the bus, and it
And
was
the heater
cold,
was
and
broke
heater
on the
was broke.
bus.
Yep.
Again, you should watch the movie La Bamba.
Yeah. And it was
Tell us all about it.
Buddy Holly was not feeling good. Somebody wasn't feeling good, so they're like, "I'm going to go on the plane."
Richie Valens had a cold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so
And Waylon Jennings was also in that show, and he was supposed to be on.
lost
the
a coin flip.
Yeah.
So Waylon Jennings didn't get on that plane. That plane crashed, and all the occupants perished. And so
yeah, it didn't get very far, like 3
no.
miles away.
yeah,
Just
just
got up and then
up in the air,
right down.
ice, and boom. And
Yeah.
so there. But my point is that you living so close to Yosemite and not appreciating. I've grown up. I've spent 50 some years in this area, and still haven't been there.
Yeah, me either. I mean, you get it though.
But people come from
You know
all
the
over
story.
the world to
Oh,
go to this
Yeah,
place.
but I don't need to go see where a plane. It's just it's a cornfield.
Yeah.
It's a field. Sometimes it's soybeans. I don't mean to disrespect that, but I mean basically it's just like a thing on a fence, right? They got some stuff
It
hanging
is.
on.
Yeah,
a
there's
fence.
like some glasses. Or
Yeah,
something.
there's some people that are hopping mad about how we're talking about it, but
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even sure. Do you guys know who Waylon Jennings is? So
No, I couldn't
irrelevant
tell you.
story in a lot of ways. But
Well, I'm glad we're talking to ourselves, Troy.
hey, but I've never been there either.
Well, you know what? Maybe we do a gridiron event. Rent a bus. Go to the spot where
Let's do a spring cleanup out there.
where
We just clean everything up that people left there.
all the flowers.
Like, we did a good job. We cleaned everything up out there. Like, that's a memorial.
Yeah, go out to a site where 4 people lost their lives.
Yeah.
and desecrate it. That not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
No, not going to happen.
All right.
So, Coach Noke, are you a big cereal fan?
Coming out here, it's in the calf, but I don't find myself getting it. And back at home, not really. I've kind of turned away from that. But
Well, because the smell in Cedar Rapids is quite unique
absolutely,
because of
Quaker
Quaker
oats. Yeah,
the oats.
Quaker
And
oats.
so you're not like a big man, cereal's
No.
my thing.
Yeah, but what good cereals does Quaker oats make that you can
I mean, they make Captain Crunch, and on Sundays,
Oh,
Boom.
Captain.
okay, you
Captain
win.
Crunch.
I love Captain
Yeah.
Crunch with berries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sundays is Berries Day.
Oh, I can feel
Okay.
I can feel the little skinny hang down thing
Yep.
behind my front teeth eating
Yep.
Captain Crunch. Right
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
I haven't
true.
had it for a long time.
Dang it.
Man, I'm hungry.
Anything else though?
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
They're hanging it on the captain.
Yep.
So we got Captain Crunch for Coach Noke, and we got Yosemite for Coach Eames.
There you go.
So what? So
Have you been to the park? You said you've
I've
been in there though, but
I've been multiple times, but like,
yeah.
I know some of my friends where they're like, all right, yeah, we'll go every couple months. And it's like, I've probably been there a total of 4 or 5 times.
have you been to Pilot Knob?
No, I haven't. I've heard about that though.
It's
Yeah.
almost identical to Yosemite.
Right.
Same thing.
Nice. It's our Yosemite right out there. It would be great if there were people that were living right there and their name was Sam. At least one guy. That would just be awesome.
Tell me that happened.
But it'd have to be
No,
somebody.
Yosemite Sam. You guys know who that is?
Yeah.
Again. All right, we got that one.
Ooh,
All right,
I was
we're
gonna
not.
say,
Yeah.
we're not.
Listen, we got dads listening in their garages, drinking beer and smoking cigars, and this is how they relax. And we cannot be completely out of touch with everybody we talk.
No,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So culturally, I guess we're on different planes.
It's all right.
Guys. Yeah. How old are you guys? If you don't mind my asking.
I'm 26.
Nice.
26.
I'm 20 years old.
20. Yeah. I remember when I was 20 years old.
I don't. That was a long time ago.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was quite a while ago.
Yeah, considering I
Certainly more than 20 years ago.
have children older than both of them, as a matter of fact.
I was 26. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go
Let's
there.
not go there. All right. Well, anyway, good. But you're both on different sides of the ball, though.
Yeah.
That's exciting. So we do have offense and defense here representing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this comes out on Friday. We're recording this on a Thursday night. So Saturday, tomorrow, as
Right.
we'll call it, that's the game with Northwestern, the Red Raiders, with whom we've been looking forward to, but you kind of do because you've heard a lot about them. They've
Right.
national champions in 2022, just a couple of years ago. They've been in the semifinals for the last 4 years.
Yeah,
and,
runner-up last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're a good team. They did take a loss this year, and they lost to Concordia, who we found out at the beginning of the season.
They're pretty good.
Right out of the chute. They're
pretty
a lot better than we anticipated. Like Coach Chapa says, iron sharpens iron, and this is an opportunity, a real good measure of our skills and where we're at as a team. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to? Let's start with that.
Just looking forward to how they do things. It's always good to see, like you said, national champ before, how they run their program, how they act. Maybe sometimes meeting some of their coaches is always nice, shaking their hands before the game, and just, I don't know, it's going to see, they're really big up front, and see how we act and react to that as well.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, they've got some. They've got the starting lineups. Obviously, already did the script and everything. They've got some experience up there, up front. Actually, kind of got a lot of experience all over the place. They're running a lot of things. They got a big program. I think they've got double numbers for just about everybody on the roster. Not quite, but I bet they're around that 130, 140. I mean, it's a lot of people. They do have a JV program, I noticed, and so they have stuff like that going on. And it's a good program. It's, head coach's 9th season. So
on the defensive side of the ball, Coach Noke, what are you looking forward to seeing?
Concordia really put out a blueprint for us. There's a way to stop them, and I think if we can kind of replicate that and use our pieces to what they are, there's a shot. There's always a shot.
there's always a shot. Yeah,
Any given Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Talk
there's
to Vanderbilt.
Right.
Yeah, right.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
Well, it's great in the sense in
Hey, are you guys hungry?
that-
Just while we're doing this, gentlemen, would you eat?
Oh, hold on one second. Here, let me see what's going on. We had
Well,
to pause for a moment there because
We did. Quick pause.
also feeding the high school football team out here.
You guys get
and
after it.
They gave us some leftovers.
Yeah. So the great
This is
part
something
is
we haven't done in a while.
Yeah, eat. I eat every day.
It's like,
Yeah, I mean it's no horseshoe sandwich, but by God, they're burgers and beans and
Yeah.
some chips. Yeah, you guys get after it.
yeah.
And I'll probably interrupt as soon as you get a mouthful. I'll do the old. Well, so tell me a little bit.
Well, it'd be
about
like the dentist office.
Yeah. So as I said earlier, and for you folks that are listening, one of the things that was really cool. Let me just talk about my vacation. Abe Lincoln. If you're a big fan of Abe Lincoln, you got to go to Springfield, Illinois. It is the capital of the state of Illinois.
You did that already.
I did.
We talked. Yeah, okay.
We didn't really talk about what you got, but you go into Lincoln's house, Troy.
Yeah.
You actually go into the one home that the family had ever owned. Okay, so it's pretty cool.
Were the doors like extra tall?
No, they
Did they seem like they were?
They probably were. I mean, it was built in the early 1839.
Like everybody in the 1800s and like the 1700s, they were all like 5'3".
Well, and Lincoln was 6'4".
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big dude. And like when we were up in his bedroom, because he and Mary Todd did not sleep in the same room. I mean, which, whatever. Now, Mary Todd Lincoln is actually a direct descendant of my father's side of the family.
What?
Or I'm a direct descendant of Mary Todd Lincoln.
Really?
Yes, I am. Yeah. But the one thing that I had always heard is that Mary Todd Lincoln was crazy, but what it really turned out to be when you do the research right there in Springfield is that she wasn't, when their son, I believe it was when, not Tad, but when Willie died, when they were in the White House, she went into her bedroom for like 3 days. And when she came out, she was in all black. Obviously they had all this stuff with the loss of their 12, 13-year-old son.
It's fair to be depressed when that happens.
I think so.
Yeah.
But so anyway, she mourned the loss of her children. I mean, 3 out of her 4 sons died when they were young, and that can be tough on a fella and a gal, obviously. But Robert, the oldest, he was. Mary was in charge of the estate. It was all hers.
Yeah.
And obviously Abe took a bullet in 1865 from John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
And that didn't go well. So, well, the reality is that Robert ended up committing her for 2 years to not necessarily an insane asylum. I suppose it was like a sanatorium or something like that. Which, if you're a Metallica fan, oh yeah, that's a good song. But the reality is that she wasn't mentally ill. It was just her son put her away, and he was a man, and it was the late 1800s. And well, you do what the guy says.
Hey, those were good old days. You go and say, listen, I had enough of your yapping.
You're going away,
going to the sanitarium. You're going to like it.
Yeah, it's going to be. Hey, you could do basket weaving, and there's crafts.
I don't want to go.
As much
bad.
As much Kool-Aid as you want. Oh, wait a minute, that hasn't been invented yet.
Yeah. Getting close.
But you want some fruit smack?
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, not exactly crazy.
So yeah, she was not crazy or anything like that. But we did get to go into Lincoln's tomb and to stand there in a spot that you're quite literally proximity to the human remains of, in my opinion, one of the greatest presidents to ever live. Big Lincoln fan for a lot of different things. I was hoping, and I know that why there wasn't, but I was hoping there'd be more stuff about he and Frederick Douglass's relationship. I've read a lot of books on that, and it's good stuff. But yeah, it's really cool.
A lot of people thought he was like he had this great image of being a poor backwoods lawyer, and that was rail splitting and wrestling and all that other stuff, which is true. That's how he did grow up and reading by the.
He only lost one wrestling match his entire.
Is that right?
In 1992, he was inducted into the National Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Really?
Abraham Lincoln.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know how many victories. I think he was, but he only had one loss, and it was like, I don't know if he was like 80-1 or something like that, or 301, or I couldn't really tell you. I didn't listen too much. Very nice lady. He
was a big time railroad lawyer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And that's how he got to part of his big vision, holding the whole place together, was he'd worked hard in figuring out that transcontinental railroad.
Yeah, he sure did.
And as we know, bring it back to the G-Pack.
That's right. It wouldn't be the railroad
anywhere in the G-Pack without railroads.
You know what? That's what we should do. Is we should start establishing train trips to these places. Jump on the train and you're going to be in Hastings in 3 days. It'll be great.
Only if they let us drive it.
Oh, absolutely.
We get our own train.
Yeah.
We'll carry the Vega on a flat rack.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And a caboose. Because
what? How about a hand cart? We'll do it in a hand cart. See how fast that'd take a while. That'd be tiring.
I don't think
you guys know what a hand cart is.
Yeah, is that the one where you push it down?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we would get very far with that. We'd get it. We get it.
So, Coach Noke, we call you CJ.
Right.
What is that short for?
Charles Joseph.
Oh, all right.
Are you named after a grandfather?
I am named after a grandfather.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I saw some information about your grandfather. Because when I was looking for CJ Noke, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, I believe his obituary came up in 2022. You lost your grandpa.
Yeah.
But you're carrying on his name, and that's a great
Absolutely, yeah.
That's great.
And I have a tattoo of his death date in Roman numerals right
there. Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. So obviously very important man to you. And tell me about your grandpa a little bit.
I'm not exactly sure where his family stems from, but we're definitely Italian blood. Grew up in Providence, Rhode Island. He's like very Italian guy, and so that's kind of where I take my culture from. Right, I didn't really necessarily grow up like the Italian lifestyle or anything like that, but I definitely claim it.
Well, you're not talking with your hands.
No, right? Yeah, that's
Maybe
not.
he's restraining himself.
Yeah,
He could be.
Best behavior.
I'm
Right.
nervous.
yeah,
You can always bring it into your life.
Right.
So, listen, I'm Italian, and the people don't even know. Like you
No,
just meet
yeah.
new
I
people,
could-
go to a new place or
right.
something like
could have
that.
done that when I came here.
Yeah, everybody would have been like that. And Donadio would have been like, finally, that's what I'm talking about, you know?
He's my guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tristan, been pretty quiet over there. Just having a good old time thinking about your tattoos. You got tattoos?
I don't have any.
You don't have any
actually,
tattoos?
No.
Okay.
Is
Me
there-
either. I don't have any tattoos.
I've got one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I think we talked about that maybe.
Yeah. Ichthus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Coach Eames, where does your family hail from?
So since we're talking about grandpas, I might as well go into my grandpa.
Please.
He's actually was a college football coach as well. He was a junior college coach at Hancock College in California. Won over 100 games, made it to a state championship.
Nice.
Ended up losing, but still to make it there is pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So he stays in Santa Maria, California. It's Central Valley, Central Coast, I guess you would say.
But you're not named after him.
No, actually, funny enough, his name's Barney. But
Oh, that's a great
You
name.
should have been named after your
That would have been
grandfather.
great.
no.
Yeah.
BJ?
I don't know why not. Yeah, that'd have been great.
Worked out for that Novak guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it did. BJ, why do I know BJ Novak?
The Office.
Okay.
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
There you go. I
Yep.
got that one. All right. So, all right. Growing up in Cedar Rapids, what did you guys do for fun
Let's see.
besides eat
I mean-
Captain Crunch?
I mean, there's a lot more to do like there compared to here, but I mean, it was really the same stuff. You just kind of get together with your friends. That's what it's all about. It's like people,
Sure.
right? It doesn't really matter where. We just went to someone's house or anything like that. It's just kind of hanging out with people, and thankfully that translates here because there's nothing to do here.
I wouldn't say nothing.
Not nothing.
You go bowling.
Oh yeah, there is
Bowling.
bowling. There is bowling.
Watch a movie.
Cow-
You can watch the same movie 5 days in a row.
Cow tipping.
Can't do cow tipping.
Cow
There you go.
tipping. Coach Eames, you ever been cow tipping?
No. Is that actually a real thing?
Absolutely. Everybody. It's a rite of passage for Iowans.
I've never.
I never have either. Yeah.
We've established we've neither cow tipped nor visited the Buddy Holly site. So, yeah.
Yeah. What did we do?
Spent a lot of
It's Troy
time
and
to
I-
file a knob, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
The Yosemite of the East.
It really is.
Yeah, it sure is. So, other than hanging out in Yosemite, what did you do back in Cali when back in the day?
Mhm.
Um,
Back in the day, like
You know,
in the last decade, for sure. Yeah.
went to Fresno, went to the mall. Went to a lot of games growing up. Fresno State's right there.
oh yeah,
Go to Southern California games, just stuff like that. Pretty similar to here though. You play video games. I don't know. Everywhere you go, you play video games, watch TV, hang out with people,
huh?
barbecue a lot. Eating barbecue right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have not very good geography on California, to be perfectly honest. Is Fresno close to like Sacramento or anything like the capital of that
it's-
state?
It's more. It's like smack dab in the middle of California.
Okay.
So
Well, let's be honest. We're Iowans. We know where San Diego is,
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and San Francisco,
Sort of.
and we know Oakland only because it's across the bay.
Yeah.
in San Francisco.
Is that where it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was by Los Angeles. I don't know. Well, we've been there a couple of times.
I'm not. I've been to L.A. and San Diego.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. And maybe I need to go to Yosemite sometime.
Well, check it out.
I'm a tour guide.
You'll find
What
that
do you
Sam
think,
guy.
Coach?
So, yeah, no, find Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a better tour than I would.
So what do they got out in Cali that you wish they had here besides weather? Can't talk
Mhm.
about the weather. We understand that.
Mhm.
But like what's something back home where it's like, oh yeah, I wish I could get some more of that.
Probably just the biggest thing is just how slow it is out here. Just used to seeing people or different things every day out here. Not that it's a bad thing, but you You see the same things every day. You see the same people.
Yeah.
That's how you build relationships. But it's just definitely a different jump.
It is a little different, isn't it? I mean, if you see too many people every day, then you stop paying attention to people. In Iowa, it's like a surprise when we see somebody else on the road. Hey, human, and wave.
You wave.
And they were friendly that way.
Yeah.
I guess something else you could say, the biggest thing I miss is probably the beach. But you only can go to the beach so many times.
Yeah.
Like even people that live at the beach, they're not going to the beach every day.
Right.
What do you do at the beach?
Sit on the beach.
Yeah. Put your
I can do that here.
You ever been on the beach? It's different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been on the beach, and it's fun. But, I mean, I would
I'd rather be in the boat.
in the
I
boat.
think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fishing. You do fishing out there? You like to fish?
Yeah, I love to fish, actually.
Yeah.
I've
So
been to-
seafood is probably something you miss. That's, fresh seafood.
Yeah. Yeah, they had seafood in the calf one day, and I was like, I can't
Mm,
believe
yeah.
they're actually eating this. But
How about that Alaskan salmon that was flown down for us by the Goss family? That was
that's
pretty
good.
good.
That was
Yeah, that's-
amazing.
Yeah, how about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, big shout out to the Goss family.
Yeah.
Showing up for a game.
Yeah.
Surprising Jack.
Yes.
And but then bringing 100 pounds of salmon.
Amazing.
I mean, I still think about that salmon.
Yeah, it was really good.
So
I don't know what Midland must have thought about what we do for our players. They're like, look at, they're over there. I did see they were grilling. They had hot dogs. I think they feed their team as well.
Yeah.
They're getting hot dogs or whatever, and they're looking over, and we're just like, listen, they didn't win the game, but
well, and Jerry,
this is delicious fresh Alaska salmon. So
exactly, we went slumming this week. Well, Jerry told me come up in mid-July, and I've already
That's
looked
the
at
time.
flights. Yeah, like $459 round trip.
Mhm. And pretty much daylight
Right.
all the time.
Oh, yeah,
Not all the time, but
Yeah.
Most of it. Yeah.
pretty
That'd be pretty
long
great.
days up there.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, Coach Noke, what do you do for in your free time? What do you like to?
I mean, here it's like I'm so busy all the time. It's homework, tagging plays, looking at scouting reports, stuff like that. But if I do find any free time, it's really just watching film. Like I like genuinely enjoy watching film just to like watch it. I like
Learn.
just kind of I mean, seeing stuff is if you look at a play 100 times, you're gonna find something like to critique or something like that. And so I'll just sit there and just kind of watch plays, or I like to play video games. And I just chill out.
So do you like get together
Relax.
with a group, like some of the players
Yeah.
or Coach Eames or somebody like that, and like hey, let's get on, and then you put on your headphones
Right.
and your microphone, and
Yeah.
what do you play?
I play like NCAA, which is college football. I mean,
Yeah, it's kinda
past,
all
like-
football for
yeah,
you, isn't it?
that's what it is. It's all
That's so
football.
great.
Yep.
Coach Eames, what are you playing?
I play NCAA too. Right now, I've been playing on MLB The Show a lot, which is obviously the baseball game.
Yeah,
Well, not a lot. Like you said, there's not a lot of time, but when I do get time, that's
Yep.
usually the game I'm playing.
Yeah.
and I don't do any of that.
No.
I mean, when I was at Waldorf, I had a Nintendo, and we played a lot of Legends of Zelda, played Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Legendary.
Tecmo Bowl. That was my football game, Tecmo Bowl.
Yep.
Blades of Steel, Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Did
That's
that.
about it.
Did that one. Yeah.
Yeah, did all that stuff. But we didn't have the technology that
No.
you guys
Right.
have. I mean, it's
Yeah, it's pretty frustrating actually to see those. You can see some of those games and the graphics.
dude. I had the
We thought
little,
the graphics were so great, and now you look at them and you're like, ugh, I can't even watch this.
we had the control. We had the arrow pad up, down, left, right,
Yep.
Mhm.
and a B and an A. That was
Mhm.
it.
Yeah,
Now you got to use all your fingers. I
Yep.
can't do that.
Yeah.
I
it's
mean,
like
I've
playing
never.
the piano.
That's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Is that what you were going to say? That
Yeah, I mean, I've never learned how to play the piano, so how am I going to learn how to run a controller?
I took 2 years of piano lessons. I'll tell you that.
Mm.
I can't get my left hand to work with my right hand. Like do opposite things. If they're playing the same thing, no problem. So there's something wrong with my wiring.
Can you still play any songs on the piano or anything right now if you were to have one?
Yeah, if we were to test you,
Chopsticks.
you do anything?
I could probably come up with something
On the fly.
on the fly. Even if it's like the Jaws theme, but pretty sure I can hammer
Oh
that
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
But
Axel
you know that part in the original Ghostbusters? They hate that. That's, I definitely got that. That's a 2-finger operation.
Ghostbusters. That, no.
Yeah,
original.
no,
Oh yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
We have something in common. All four of
yeah.
us have seen that
Yeah.
movie.
I was not a very good musician. So,
No.
that's what it is. You guys play any instruments, though?
I played clarinet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're Benny Goodman over here.
Yep.
Ooh.
How about that?
Like for like 6 years of your life, or
For
you
4
still
years. 4 years, and then like I can like pick it up. I pick it up every now and then and just see if I can still
see if you
play
can still do it?
Yeah, I'm not very good at all, but like I can play a few songs.
You can play it.
do? Nice. 3 Blind Mice.
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
hot
Yep.
cross buns. You got the
yeah,
classics.
I can do that.
Yeah,
Six
for
more
sure.
like that.
You do that on a
Six more.
recorder.
Right.
This is a clarinet we're talking about. That's
Yep.
pretty good. Coach James, you to play an instrument?
No,
Nothing?
They didn't make you play one.
Not even a kazoo?
So obviously football in high school. Was there anything else, or was it just football?
Yeah, I actually I was an all-conference basketball and baseball player as well.
Oh,
Oh, so then you chose football.
basketball and baseball. What'd you play in baseball?
I played third base, shortstop sometimes, but mostly third base.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you had to take the. You got to get the arm to get to first, huh? That was the idea.
Yep.
Well, that then quarterback. I mean, makes sense.
Yeah.
It does make sense now that you mention
Yeah.
that.
Basketball
All
or
coming
you what?
together.
I was a point guard. I actually scored 931 points, and there was like
per game.
Wow.
Per game.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
in my career. And then I had like 7 games left, and I tore my ACL. But after that, both of my brothers scored 1,000 points, and so my little brothers, and so I'm the only one that didn't score 1,000. So it's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, that's
It's embarrassing. Yeah, but still.
you're not even in the family pictures. I'll bet.
Oh,
Basically.
stand over
Yeah.
They
there.
both have these balls,
Exactly.
like them,
Yeah.
and then 1,000 points next year, and there's just no ball for me at that.
That's crazy, though.
Exactly.
That's a lot of. That's a lot of points.
So your bedroom when you left became your brother's trophy room.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your brothers.
So both of them, they also played junior college ball and university. Well, actually, my little brother right now, he's at Victor Valley Junior College in California. It's in Southern California, and I think this is his last year. I don't think he wants to play on past this
Right.
because he has a pretty good like. Right now, it's just a summer job, but like he's gonna turn it into his career, and he's like, I'm tired of being a college student, being broke. I'd rather just go back to doing that.
Oh, the best times of your life. No,
Yeah.
no money, nothing to do.
Yeah, man, he sounds like he's got it figured out, though.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah, I like
Absolutely.
that.
So, do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 2 sisters, one half and one full.
Do you remind her of her halfness? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you just like roll in, like, "Hey, what's up, half sister?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
No,
Not like that, but
Yep.
yeah. But
Exactly. Only spending $10 on you for Christmas.
right. I spent $20 on this, sister, and 10 on you.
yeah. My sister Sarah, my full sister, she goes to Kirkwood Community College.
Nice.
She's a year older than me, still back at home. And then my sister Carly works in Cedar Rapids at a bar, just back at home, just
Nice.
living life.
Yeah,
Good for her.
like how you got that dig in there on your older sister.
Yeah.
though. Just like still living at home though, so you're older than me. You know what's going on there?
Out stretching my legs.
right.
Here I am. Coaching
It-
football.
It is a unique smell from the Quaker Oats. It's not a
Yeah.
bad smell,
Yeah.
but it's just something different
Right.
about that when you roll in and you drive through there. But yeah, I saw Jim Gaffigan in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah.
He was at the whatever that.
Yeah, the
Center is or whatever.
Paramount? No.
It was like a
Alliant Energy?
There you go.
Yeah, Alliant
Yeah,
Energy.
That's
Yep.
pretty good.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've not.
Have you never spent any time at the Alliant Energy
I
Center?
saw George Carlin back in the day.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Not in Cedar Rapids. It was in Maryville, Missouri.
Well, we were talking
Not
about Cedar
related.
Rapids.
Yeah.
Oh, Cedar Rapids. Let's see. My high school, my college freshman roommate was from actually Marion, which is right next
Yeah.
to Cedar Rapids, and he's currently a police officer with CRPD.
Get off,
Oh, yeah.
go take the Marion Road or whatever. Then you can skip all those traffic cameras, come
Yeah.
back around the curve, and
Yep.
then you're back at it.
There you go.
I have no idea where the
knows?
traffic cameras
I
at.
know where
Yeah.
I just drive the speed limit, guys.
Oh,
Well,
that's fine.
So, Coach Eames, since we're waxing poetic about Iowa, where else have you been around the great state?
You ever been out of the country?
No,
You want to talk about that trip to Mexico you don't want to talk about?
Ooh.
Down at Tijuana?
I've never been outside of the country.
Been
and
married twice.
The other places in Iowa, just honestly, wherever we go for the games or wherever I go for sometimes for high school Friday nights.
Yeah. Did you do that during bye week?
No, I didn't do that. No, I was
No?
in class and stuff. So
Okay.
I wasn't able to do that. Kind of.
So wherever they sent you, what high schools have you gone to?
Been to Mason City.
Mm-hmm.
Been to West Hancock, I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Britt.
Down the road. Yeah, Britt.
Yep. Powerhouse.
Hobo convention.
The Hobo Convention.
Been to Clear Lake. They have a really nice field, really nice facility.
They sure do.
Clear Lake does, yeah.
Yeah, they got some money over there.
They've come around.
They got a lake.
They spent a little bit of time on it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
We had turf fields and stuff before they did. Just saying.
Yeah, Four City. And one of
Little
those-
rivalry there. Yeah. And where else? So you went to Mason City, stopped by Clear Lake on the way. Heck, you probably went to Britt first and then just drove down 18 all the way.
No,
We've got to expand your horizons.
those were all different Fridays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I really don't remember most of the names.
Yeah.
It's mostly like
Well, no problem. You can find talent in any of our high schools out there. And, there might be onesie twosies and there might be a whole pack of them, graduating seniors. And I know that that's what the coaches were out doing during the bye week. Some of them anyway, were out and about. I know that they had some folks down in Des Moines that they stopped down there.
They did?
In Ames, Ankeny, some of the bigger schools down there. So I don't know who they were talking to, but
Well, West Hancock, there's a kid right now that he is a redshirt freshman at Iowa State University. And because of the injury to Caleb Bacon, who is a Lake Mills kid just up the road here from Forest City. But Rylan Barnes is a redshirt freshman. And man, dude, he's playing inside linebacker. And you look at his picture, when he got to Iowa State and his picture now. You want to talk about boys to men? Whew.
yeah, they feed them pretty good.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
They do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they sure
It
do.
really came out a lot louder than I wanted it to. I don't know what happened there.
It's good. It's
Got
good.
too close to the microphone.
So, Coach Noke, have they sent you anywhere to do some scouting or anything like
You
that?
know, they didn't. And during the bye week, I went back home and visited my home school, Washington, and then
Who'd they play?
Iowa City West.
Okay, and that probably didn't go well.
No, it did not. I was hoping for more of a game. They have a new head coach out there, Eric Addy, and he's I talked to him a few times before I left and came to Waldorf, but he's a great culture guy. They're trying to build a culture over there, and
As we are here.
yeah, yep, and it's going rough for them. They're having a little bit of a rough season, but I think he's definitely going to turn that program around.
Yeah, definitely. And culture building, as we're finding out here at Waldorf, isn't something that you do in a few weeks.
Yeah.
It's a multi-year process, and I had the luxury of visiting with our head coach, Tyler Chapa. I don't know if you guys met him yet. He's a great guy. But
Yeah.
master and commander. Does he really talk to the...
I mean, he might.
I don't know.
Maybe there's like a first
Never seen it.
season rule.
I don't know. Not
Don't
sure.
even look at me in the eyes.
Exactly. Yeah, you will address me as. But we talked about that, how he's very, very bought into Waldorf. He's very, very bought into this culture and understanding that it's going to take some time. And so, Coach Eames, you second season here with the team. Have you noticed any type of cultural shift with our team? From coming from last year to this.
Oh yeah, definitely. Obviously, I'm not going to throw out any names, but last year I feel like we had a lot of selfish guys, and not a lot, but a few selfish guys that kind of would bring the program down, or when stuff would go bad, there'd be a lot of commotion and stuff on the sideline, and I've seen none of that this year.
Yeah.
Everyone seemed bought in, It's definitely headed in a good direction.
Yeah, I agree.
Great. I'm hearing from players, we talked last week when Andy, you were gone, but those three guys they speak very highly of the program, and they're younger players, obviously, but they seemed like they are bought into the coaches, what you guys are trying to do, and the culture, and they are, it's probably not a lot of players' dream or any player's dream to be 0-6, but they're handling it really well. I think it's because they know what's coming, like they know what the overall goal is, and like Coach Chapa said on his and Clary and Cade Kloster Hodak talked to them on Wednesday at the Warriors live show, and all of them are saying the same stuff. It's amazing to see. The crowd may not see it week to week, but the coaches absolutely are seeing things. Is that the case for you guys?
Absolutely, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you guys get to see that development.
Tristan's like, maybe.
Sure.
If
I have to answer, I guess I'll say yes.
I haven't seen a darn bit of improvement in these guys now.
Yeah, no, I definitely, you could even tell just from kind of the scores at the beginning of the year to playing Midland, who's usually a top 4 team in the conference last week, and we were in the game with them till the very end.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, and that's one of the things from if you just come to one game, you'd be like, oof, that maybe that's not the greatest football they've ever seen. And it's good football. I mean, you come to a Waldorf game, folks, you got to come.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to you, Chad Erdman. If you're listening to this, you need to come down. And I realize it's getting pretty close to hunting season, but, you and Amber need to come down and say hi to us again.
Check it out.
Yeah. But anyway, the reality is that when you see the progression of this team to go, especially after the Concordia game, you would just imagine that after that game, it'd have been like, oh, what are we doing? I mean, but we're an 0-6 team. There's no denying that fact. But the reality is you get in the locker room, you get on the sidelines, our kids do not act like they haven't won a game yet this year. Everybody's positive, everybody's up, and
you have to be.
Well, it's great.
It's a new game every week, and there's new opportunities, and
everybody's fun to be around.
Yeah,
everybody's fun.
Having fun. I mean, that's the idea. You want to have. I mean, you got to be serious so you can get better and do your job. But if it's not fun, what are you doing it for? It's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and some, a lot of pain sometimes. So you gotta want to do it.
So, Coach Noke, you were a linebacker and a tight end when in your playing days.
Yeah.
And so you're coaching linebackers now, so there's not much of a change. Where Coach Eames, as a quarterback, now that you're coaching running backs, did you have any difficulty in that transition to go from slinging the ball to, all right, we gotta work on fundamentals and things like that with your running back group?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't know a whole lot about pass blocking and stuff, so I had to get with Ani, learn some stuff about that. Look up some videos for some drills. The thing that's pretty similar, though, I'd say, is just like I was kind of a running quarterback too, so just like kind of teaching vision and teaching where the hole's at or where it should hit and stuff like that. But I don't know. Offense, at the end of the day, football's football, So if you know what's going on as a quarterback, you should know what every single position's doing. So I'm not going to say sit here and say I'm the greatest running back coach ever, but at least I could show them a thing or two or kind of give some advice.
What are they trying to get out of both of you guys? When you're in this, an assistant in a coaching position where you're in a particular group of guys. What are the, Chapa? What are the, OC and DC? What are they saying they want from you in each practice? Do you have assignments? Do you say we're covering this today? How does that happen?
It just depends on what the practice plan is. Some days we'll work ball security, some days we'll work vision or stuff like that. Basically just trying to take as much work away from them as we can so they can, for example, for Ani, so he can just take over the offense instead of having to worry about them and just make your position as good as possible so it's not something that he has to worry about, I guess you would say.
Yeah, I would say pretty much the same thing, right? We just want to take time away from these guys that really need to get down into some just particular parts of it and, take away. Because, linebacker, there's 4 of them, right? I have the outsides. So when we go to individual time, right, I'll take the outside linebackers and I'll get with Coach Clary usually and be like, hey, is this how you want to do this? Or, and he's always done a great job of explaining it to me, being patient with me.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, your outside linebackers are a unique group because not just do you have to, you have to be able to get your nose in there and root around in the middle of that mess, but you also might be out on pass coverage.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that is a weird position.
Yeah, it is.
For it takes a different type of athlete to be able to okay, we're going to come up and stuff the run, but now you might you might be covering a wideout that's going to probably run faster than you,
right?
Mm-hmm. And he's running drag across the middle, and you're like, oh Jesus, got to keep up with this guy. Yeah. So that'd be, I mean, again, I just think about that's one of the more interesting positions, in my opinion, on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Well, obviously, they talking about reading the gaps and whatnot. Rocky Ketchum was averaging 4 yards per carry in this last game at homecoming with Midland. We were successful in a lot of ways with our run game. They were obviously very successful. They had one guy on the team, apparently, and that was their main guy, and he did a great job running. But we were successful in getting the ball moved as well. We had a lot, 30 minutes on the clock on offense. So overall, you're probably seeing some good things, from your group, because at the earlier part of the season, it seems like we were kind of getting stymied. It was hard to get broke out of that middle. It was hard to get, our run game established. And on homecoming, you did some good things.
Yeah, definitely. We put in some heavier packages too, our diamond package.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Split packages and stuff like that. And they weren't really expecting it. They gave us a light box. So it definitely worked to start, and it kind of worked later in the game, but, it definitely hit right away. And hopefully, Northwestern's got some big boys in there, but hopefully we can keep it going this week too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Nice.
You got a great stable there. Obviously Rocky is kind of leading the charge, and you got Taryn Booker right there, Avian Pacina, Belcher, and
Belcher.
I mean, yeah, those guys are. I mean, you really don't have any fallback in any one of those guys. It's not like if Rocky went down that we would have nobody. I mean, so you're fortunate in that regard.
Yeah. Do we have those guys are good. Those are good backs. Do we have a running back? I don't know all of the people on the roster that don't play. So that is like more like an appliance, like a refrigerator type person. We got guys that are quick and a little smaller, and they're obviously very strong. There's no doubt about that. But do we have that 6'3" running back that just hammers through people?
I don't know if we really have a running back like that, but Seth Chavez, he's a big boy. He's been lining up at fullback, so
that's right.
Not to give anything away, but you never know. You could hand him the ball every now and then.
Sure.
Or something. So maybe that's coming in the future.
Well, they got Rafe in there, right?
Yeah.
Van Dusseldorp will sit there, and they got him at tight end or fullback.
He's technically a tight end.
Yeah.
But he might go in there, and they got Ben Holiday.
Yeah.
That he's lined. They gave him I had got all the helmets decaled, and after just a few changes, next thing you know, it changes number to 49. Like, what? And they're going to be shocked. Yeah, coming into something like that.
That's good.
So, a little bit, you guys we talked a little bit about movies. You guys talk about maybe being able to watch a little TV or a lot of game film.
Right.
If you're not doing football, what are some of the things you like to occupy your brain with?
I mean, out here, it's really just been all football. I can't even comprehend. Just, when I was back home, I was seeing friends and family, and in my free time, I was just sleeping, just not doing anything. It's nice to not do anything when
Do you have a favorite show that you're going to go to just hey, I want to absolutely shut my brain off for an hour or something like that? We always try to get into that.
Yeah. Eames is last chance you. One particular episode.
One episode, about 4 minutes of it. They say my name twice.
Actually, probably South Park. That's probably one of my favorite shows.
Those guys are aces, aren't they? They really know how to pick the subject, and they just nail it.
Yeah,
it's
kind of refreshing, honestly.
Yeah, it really is. They're very
make
funny.
you feel a little uncomfortable, which I like.
Yeah. Sometimes it is a little.
It's kind of like I'm a fan.
Too much. Yeah,
I'm a Family Guy fan, and
That's right.
some of the things
That's what I am.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Yeah. And Troy, do you got anything? Mm-mm.
What did I watch?
Yeah, we're talking about what we like.
Oh,
to
I thought
watch.
you were talking about that. I like watching all kinds of stuff. I just watched the whole thing. There's a new show on Netflix, or it's newer anyway. It's called Chaos. Got Jeff Goldblum in it, and he's the Greek. They're all the Greek gods, and how that whole.
Oh
thing
yeah,
unfolds. But it's modern era. It's kind of an interesting retelling.
Right.
I mean, it's good acting, well written, obviously. It's well done for sure.
Well, see, Troy,
there's some weirdo things I don't like about modern culture inferences, but whatever.
Yeah. And Troy and I are old, so we have more time. I mean, not a ton, but at the same time, it's man, when
I got a lot of time. I think I watched 4 episodes of that today and wrapped it up.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't get that opportunity. I haven't watched any TV yet, but when I do get home tonight, I'm going to be watching Amazon Prime, the Saints and the Broncos.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to be on too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Absolutely. So,
got a favorite football team?
that's what I was going to go for.
Oh, we're reading.
on
It's
that. Feel like
pretty
we've
good.
done this before.
I'm interested to hear Eames.
Yeah.
For NFL, I'm a Chargers fan, and then for college, I like Fresno State and USC.
And you kind of have to like Fresno, don't you? Being that close.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. Have they ever been good?
Yeah, when Derek Carr was there and Devontae Adams was there together, they were really good. When David Carr was there, they were really good. They're usually actually a decent group of 4, group of 5 conference, whatever you want to call it now.
But then the Chargers. Huh?
Yeah, I'm a loyal guy. That's all I'm going to say about
That's
that.
good. That's good. Jim Harbaugh's out there running the show right
Yeah.
now because he had to leave Michigan or face sanctions.
He didn't have to leave.
Sure, he did. National championship.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm going to go be pro.
He read the signals on the wall,
Yeah.
and he said, "I'm going to go do something else."
Yeah. Okay. How about you?
NFL. I'm a Philadelphia Eagle fan.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I felt like I was gonna get that.
No, I like Philly.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a
they're
Philly guy. Yeah.
their fan base is
Yeah.
probably some of the most caustic humans alive.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
love that.
You don't seem like an Eagles fan
No,
in that regard.
That's what I was just gonna
As a-
say. Like
as
I
a
love them from
Vikings
afar.
fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like.
We talked about Vikings.
But they're always a great.
Yeah. We were
program.
talking about the Vikings.
We were talking about Vikings
Yep.
fans on the way out
Yep.
here.
They
Oh, you were?
They just hate everyone.
And you're not.
I don't hate everybody.
Oh.
No, you're not the atypical
Okay.
Vikings fan because
Yeah.
because I will say, and this is one of the things I told Coach Noke is that a true Vikings fan will never love their Vikings as much as they hate other teams.
It's a little easier to like other teams this year for Vikings fans because they're doing pretty well. But,
They are doing great.
but,
I hope they win the Super Bowl.
yeah, me too.
I
That'd be
wouldn't hate it.
That'd be amazing. There, I will say this. I don't feel that way about it was rough for Vikings Eagles
Yeah.
a few years
Yeah.
ago,
Yep.
and understandably, but that's not the Eagles' fault at all. You would think that it really rolls in with like Packers fans. Like you would think that there's that just, and it's
Yeah.
this enormous, But the truth is that I've been up to Lambeau, and
Yep.
Packers fans are great.
Yeah.
They are great.
They're great. So it's like, also they have, like lots of championships, and Vikings can't be,
Yeah. You can't talk too much, right?
yeah.
My folks back in the day, my dad was a huge Packer fan, and they went up to Lambeau. They took a bus trip where
Oh, yeah.
for X amount of dollars, you get transportation and tickets and tailgate and all that stuff. And of course, they made friends with a bunch of people on the bus, and they like, all right, let's get off the bus and go to the tailgate. And they got off the bus and they're wandering around, and they went to the tailgate and ate a bunch of food, had a few beers, and one the tour guide goes, "Where you guys been?" So we went to the tailgate. You weren't at our tailgate.
Oh, they just went
So
and did their own
they
thing.
just went over to somebody's tailgate and
Yeah.
started eating their food and
Why
like,
not?
well, I sure would like a beer. Well, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Packers fans, they're
Yeah.
great.
You can just, as you walk to the stadium, you're just going through, it's
Yeah.
like,
Just a
like walking
neighborhood.
through Westgate,
Yeah.
There's a bunch of Ramblers built in the 50s.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
People's garage doors are open, and they're like, come on over. You want to try some chili?
So they tailgate at Chargers games.
Yeah, somewhat. It's in like a parking lot. It's
Yeah.
pretty, I don't know. Ever since I moved to SoFi, it's pretty gentrified.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, good
Yeah,
word.
Good word. Good word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strong word. I like
Vocabulary. Yeah.
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 That's
I
nice.
suppose it's like,
Right.
how would you like your filet?
Yeah. Would you like?
Exactly. The lobster's going to be here in about an hour.
USC tailgates though are really fun because
Oh, yeah.
it's just all throughout campus, and yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah. Why? All throughout campus. Like people don't even go anywhere. They just like, this is good.
Yep.
Just right
Set up
outside.
shop right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's great.
So what college team, CJ, do you like to follow?
Iowa.
Obviously.
Obviously.
It's hard not to in Cedar
Yeah.
Rapids.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cedar Rapids and
20
Iowa
minutes
City,
away from
20
Iowa
minutes
City.
away.
Yeah.
Do you go to a lot of Hawkeye games?
No, I've actually never been.
Oh, me either.
Really?
Never.
I've never been to a Hawkeye game.
Yeah.
Oh, really? We should do that.
Oh, yeah?
I've been to quite a few.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yeah. From the time I was little, and I
My
think,
kids have all been to Hawkeye games.
Right.
yeah, I mean it's okay. I would say here in the state of Iowa, if I had a preference, I would go to Jack Trice before I would go to Kinnick.
Oh, yeah.
Just because the tailgate experience at Jack Trice, it's set up very, very well.
Yeah.
Obviously, right now the Cyclones are doing great, which I'm super
Yeah.
excited about. I'm probably more of a Hawkeye fan than a Cyclone fan, but I want both those teams to do really, really well.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
They pick a side one day a year,
Yeah. I mean, if it's like, if Iowa's doing well and Iowa State's doing well, I'd rather have Iowa do well. But,
Right.
Yeah.
if Iowa's not doing well, whatever.
Listen,
you know?
Iowa, your neck of the woods actually has saved a lot of sports, in my opinion, in the last few years. I think that Iowa saved Major League Baseball. That's
Yep.
just my opinion. When they played that first game at the Field of Dreams.
Mhm.
And that was
Yeah.
awesome. White
Yeah.
Sox, Yankees. That was great.
That was awesome.
And they were having fun, and everybody watched it, and it just America felt good watching baseball that day. And obviously, Caitlin Clark
Yeah.
saved women's basketball.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, she made the WNBA All-Star team.
obviously,
Yeah. I mean,
First rookie to ever do it.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
But-
that is pretty amazing.
Well deserved. You're
sure.
welcome, WNBA.
yeah.
Like,
I mean,
and she's like legit Iowa too, like
Yeah.
from Dowling.
yep.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Catholic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird all the pushback she's getting. It's kind of unnecessary just from
It's way unnecessary.
Yeah.
And she takes it in stride, though. She
Yeah, she
doesn't
does.
complain about it. She just, again, I think Caitlin Clark is a class act through
Yeah.
and through.
Right.
You know, because you could be really, really nasty about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but she just goes in, talks about, yeah, her team's doing great, and you know, we're happy to be blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's awesome. It's just that's a weird. If she leaves the WNBA, like people, they're like,
To
they're
do
not
what?
watching.
Yeah.
To do what?
Yeah. Well,
Well, I
whatever.
mean, she's set for life.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. So, Coach Eames, I'm interested. You know, we talk
To play in
obviously.
the NBA, obviously.
Well, yeah. so obviously you got 3 Iowans around you. You're from Cali and stuff like that. Is there anything like we pride ourselves on our food and subsequent heart disease here in Iowa?
That's right.
But is there any type of Iowa food that you're like, whoa, I don't get this back home?
I don't know if there's any type of food, but definitely the quality of beef at Hy-Vee is ridiculous. Like I'll go in there and get a steak, and it's so good, and the groceries aren't that much cheaper, but just for steak, you can get some good deals at Hy-Vee, and
Mm,
Yeah.
I love a
Troy?
good steak.
go ahead.
I believe that our beef in the Midwest is probably superior to most parts of the country. We don't have fresh seafood, but
Yeah.
we have great beef. Now, when you get it from the farmer, it's even better than Hy-Vee.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is like
absolutely.
the burgers we just had. You know, those are from our cows. You know, so
Yeah, Thompson beef.
Thompson beef. Yeah,
Amazing, by the way. That
Have
was
you ever had it, Tristan? Have you ever
and
had
steaks.
Have you ever had an Iowa chop?
Oh, yeah, you
No,
haven't
I don't
had
even
them.
think I know what that is.
It's a 1-inch cut, 1.25 inch.
2 inches if you're lucky.
Yeah,
A pork chop,
pork chop.
nothing better in this world.
Cook 30 inches over coals. That's the right way to do it. But
Yeah, I love Iowa beef. I mean,
Mhm.
it's delicious, but I'm not a huge beef guy. You give me a pork chop, happiest guy ever.
can't go wrong. You know, speaking of if girls going into boys sports, did you know, because if I made a reference with Caitlin going to the NBA,
Mhm.
Thank you.
did you know that there's a kicker on the Red Raiders that's a female?
I did not.
Yeah, actually, last year we had her here on
Mhm.
a recruiting visit for, I forget who we were playing, but she came out to visit, and we offered her a lot of money, but I guess she just didn't want to come.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gianna. What's her? Starts with a B.
I don't know her name. I mean, she's not on the too deep, but I mean,
I think she was the first. She kicked a field goal or a PAT, and she was the first female to ever score points in an NAIA football game.
that's cool.
That is
Good
very
for her.
cool.
She must be a good kicker. I mean,
Well,
obviously.
So the connection, the reason that she came to Waldorf is that her head coach was Matt Daniels, who was a former linebacker coach here at Waldorf.
I see. Yeah.
He was a teacher here in Forest City, and he's now the head football coach at Des Moines Christian
Yeah.
down there. And it was her coach. and,
Unity. Yeah. Or
Des Moines Christian.
Des Moines Christian.
DMC.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt Daniels is the head coach down there, and he's a class act. And
Yeah.
Northwestern's lucky to have her.
Yeah.
Bennett, I believe, is her last name.
Could be. I was looking through the roster, getting everything ready for the game day stuff, and I just was rolling through, and they have all pictures there, and I was like, "That's kind of a really feminine looking guy," and then actually is a feminine, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's kind of cool." Yeah,
Yeah, and I actually saw a quick news piece on her. That they were just talking, the Red Raiders, somebody out there, I don't know, it was KTIV or somebody went out and talked to her, and she's one of the fellas. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no letdown. They don't give her a pass because because she's not the same gender as some football players.
Well, it's not like she rolled in and says, I'm going to play college football, having never played it before. She obviously is used to college football.
Right.
And
she
football
went to
players.
some specialty camps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I followed her on Twitter for a while. I may still. I don't know. But yeah.
She doesn't say anything. I don't know.
I don't communicate with people on Twitter.
I just thought that was interesting. I haven't seen that on any of the rosters. She might be the only one in the end. The G-Pack.
Yeah, could be.
Okay.
All right.
Good
So,
story.
guys, what we're going to wrap up with is tell us a little bit about family back home. You talked about your siblings, but tell us who else you got, like back in Cali, Coach Eames.
My dad, he was a coach for a while too. Now he's just a PE teacher in California.
Oh, just a PE teacher?
Well, compared to being a coach and PE teacher, I should say.
Yeah.
So you got a little one up.
He's
on
coaching all the games in sports when you're,
him. That's right. Who
Um,
wants to play kickball?
badminton.
my mom, she's a server at a restaurant. My sister, she graduated from Fresno State, and she's a special education teacher right now.
Nice. Tough
And,
job.
yeah, my younger brothers are still in school, and that's about it as far as family.
Great.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah. And we talked about your family already, so we know
Yeah.
what's going on there.
All of them?
I mean,
Well, we didn't talk about mom and dad.
No.
Yeah, we talked about fractional
Yeah, we
siblings.
talked about Grandpa, which
Yeah.
was awesome. And Coach Eames talked about his
Yeah.
grandfather.
Okay.
And, so we know
Better
that,
give him a shout out.
Dad, back at home in Cedar Rapids, just does computer engineering. Very blessed to have him. He's, a big part of the reason I'm here. He
Yeah.
provides me with, whatever I really need, and
You can,
very, very thankful for
you
him.
can figure out why your printer's not printing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's handy.
Mhm.
And mom's back at home. They're just, living life back home. And then I have an uncle right now in Cedar Rapids, but he's actually moving to Thailand.
Well, who doesn't? I mean, that's a normal progression.
My brother
Let's
went to
see.
Vietnam a couple of years ago for no reason, just to celebrate his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes scuba diving, so he went to Vietnam to scuba dive.
Okay. Good for him.
Weird.
The jewel
So why
of
not?
the Orient.
Yeah, is it? That's not what my dad said.
I was going to say, when your dad went, he probably didn't enjoy it. as
No,
much.
different time, different.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what we're talking about. No.
Vietnam.
Well, yeah.
There was a
Right.
there was an armed conflict in
Yeah,
Vietnam in the
Oh, yeah.
Aware of that.
in the
Yeah,
60s
right.
and early 70s.
He went to that before he went to Waldorf. My dad did.
Well, good.
Yeah,
Well, good for him. And God bless your old man for serving.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Had a
And
good time.
you followed in his foot trap.
Mm-hmm. Foot traps.
But
It was a trap.
I was going to say traps, but then I knew it was footprints. But yeah. All right. So one of the things we like to do when we wrap up the show is that we like to give our guests the opportunity to say the last word, whether it's to the fans or whoever you want to shout out, you want to say hi to your friends, family, folks back home, anything like that. So we're going to start with Coach Noke, and since we like to put you on the spot,
Right.
I usually drone on a little bit extra so you can get that in. But
Right.
Yeah,
But
don't
what
listen
would you
too
like to-
closely.
what'd you like to say to the myriad of podcast fans out there that listen to this show?
Well, I'd like to give a thank you to Washington High School in general.
Mm.
Boom.
Mr. Sherman, outside linebacker coach and history teacher, gateway to like what I want to be. I mean, he's
He's a dude.
he's awesome.
You want to be a history teacher?
Yeah, that's what I'm in school for. So
Troy.
That
Yeah.
makes me very happy.
Goosebumps. over
Yeah, that was history. I graduated Waldorf history.
oh yeah,
Yep.
and then Coach Cavs, as we call him, Patrick Lawson, my rugby coach. Shout out
course.
to him.
He's got big calves.
Yeah, he does. That's why we call him Cavs. I mean, everyone calls him Cavs.
Is he a bigger guy?
Yeah, he's relatively big.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, his calves are just the size of my
That's what I'm saying.
head. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Patrick Lawson,
Patrick Lawson, Coach
Right.
Cavs.
Coach Cavs.
Coach Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. All right. Coach Eames, you're up.
Shout out just to my dad and my grandpa, kind of just like laying the blueprint down, like for what it is to be a coach. I always call my dad just with questions or just someone to lean on. Shout out my mom, love you, mom, and just to all the Warrior faithful out there. Just don't give up on us, man. We're a young team. We had 3 linemen that were freshmen starting last week, so in a few years, those guys are going to be really good, along with the rest of the class we brought in, and bright future on the way.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen. Well, that's great. Fellas, thanks so much for stopping out here to the bunker and
Absolutely.
letting our fans get to know you just a little bit better.
Talking to Well, we're going to face the Red Raiders tomorrow.
Yep.
And Warrior Walk is at 10:30.
Yep.
Kickoff's at 1 p.m. Come on out and support the Warriors. Love to do the Warrior Walk, and then obviously got to be there for game.
And Warrior fans, make your plans now to head to Sioux City, Iowa the following weekend.
Yeah.
So,
Go see Briarcliff.
yeah, a week from tomorrow, we're going to go out and face the Chargers of
Different Chargers.
Briarcliff.
Yeah.
Not the same Chargers
No.
that Eames is real.
Not at all.
Not even close.
Well, it's going to be a great day tomorrow. The weather's going to be beautiful. We're so lucky or blessed, I guess, to have good weather this deep into October.
Yeah, right.
And I know in the Gridiron Club for you guys, the food is going to be a chili cook-off. So the post-game meal is going to be some fabulous chili. I happen to know right now I got about 40 pounds of Air Force One chili in the fridge, ready to roll for Saturday. And I know lots of people are bringing their versions of chili as well. So it's going to be a
Force
great
One
time.
chili.
Yeah, it's from Air Force One. Got to,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. We knew that.
Well, so come on out to the tailgate. Show up early. Make sure you get here before 10:30 so you can welcome our Warriors to Bull Store Field as we do the Warrior Walk. Hopefully there'll be no incidents as a couple weeks ago. There wasn't an incident, but
The Warrior Walk.
yeah, Midland didn't get off the field. Yeah. Show some respect, folks. Come on. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast. I'd like to thank coaches CJ Noke and Tristan Eames for taking time out of their very busy schedule to come out here and talk with us just for a little bit. So for Troy Thompson, this is Andy Buffington, and forever and always, go Warriors. You can join the Waldorf Gridiron Club and be part of the best small college football experience in America.
Just visit our website and pick your membership level. Find us and everything Waldorf Gridiron Club related, including professional photos, at waldorfgridironclub.org.
You can also click on the Support the Show link in the show notes to donate.
And you can even use the United States Postal Service by sending your check to the Waldorf Gridiron Club, P.O. Box 125, Forest City, Iowa, 50436.
It's tax exempt, hassle-free, and has a level for every budget.
That's right. Anyone can join, even our rivals.
Show your colors. Join the Gridiron Club today.
Get it?
Got it. Fantastic.
The Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast is hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson. Produced by Sunnyside Farm Studios in beautiful rural Forest City, Iowa. Platformed by Buzzsprout and music by Soundstripe. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to the student athletes of the Waldorf University football program. Our mission is to assist the program in maintaining the best small college football experience in America.